About 2.6 million years ago, a new era began on Earth, the Ice Age. The climate became colder, massive glaciers began to spread, slowly transforming the planet into a frozen world. Enormous ice sheets covered northern Europe, much of North America, and Siberia. Glaciers advanced and retreated again, changing sea levels and reshaping life across the planet. In some places, the ice was several kilometers thick. Imagine a layer of ice taller than a mountain. But the cold did not stop life. Incredible giants roamed these lands: mammoths, woolly rhinos, and saber-toothed cats. These animals were perfectly adapted to the harsh conditions, with thick fur and bodies built to survive the freezing tundra. And among these giants, humans struggled to survive. For them, the Ice Age was a constant fight for survival. One of the greatest dangers was the cave bear, an enormous animal that could be much larger than modern bears. Standing next to one of these giants, a human looked incredibly small. One encounter could be deadly. To understand just how massive these animals were, compare them with a modern bear. The difference is astonishing. Ancient humans had no guns or modern weapons. They survived through intelligence, teamwork, and simple tools. When a predator started chasing them, a lone human had very little chance of escaping. And bears were not the only threat. Lions, hyenas, and other powerful predators shared the same world. Humans were not the strongest creatures on Earth. Their greatest advantage was their intelligence and their ability to work together. But eventually, the world began to change. Many giant animals disappeared as the climate changed and humans continued to hunt. The last major peak of the Ice Age came about 25,000 years ago. Then around 11,700 years ago, the climate began to warm. The glaciers began to retreat. Frozen landscapes slowly became warmer, revealing new lands where life could return. For humans, this meant enormous changes. The world they knew was literally changing before their eyes. But humans had already learned how to adapt. They made warm clothing, created tools, and built shelters. People began building more permanent homes. They lived in groups and worked together to protect their communities. Humans no longer simply ran from predators. With weapons and teamwork, they could hunt dangerous animals and defend themselves. And as the glaciers finally retreated, another revolution began. Humans started growing plants and practicing agriculture. The harsh world of ice was slowly replaced by a new world, a world of farming, settlements, and civilization. The Ice Age was ending, but humanity's ability to adapt helped it survive the cold, hunger, and deadly predators, and eventually change the world forever.